Good afternoon and welcome to ISTV English News. First, the headline. 3 bills to protect indigenous people passed unanimously in Manipur Legislative Assembly. Resolutions to urge Centre to ensure that peace accord does not impinge on territorial integrity and administration of Manipur, and also to amend Article 3 of Constitution of India passed. Hello, I'm Gabby Golme, and now let's see the news in detail. 3 bills, namely the Protection of Manipur People Bill 2015, the Manipur Land Revenue and Land Reform 7th Amendment Bill 2015, and the Manipur Shops and Establishments 2nd Amendment Bill 2015 have been passed unanimously in the Manipur Legislative Assembly today. Soon after Speaker T.H. Lokeshwar opened the sitting, Leader of the House, Chief Minister O. Ibobi moved the first bill for protection of Manipur people. Minister of Revenue T.H. Debendra moved the second bill related to the land revenue and land reforms. Labour and Employment Minister I. Hemochandra moved the third bill related to the shops and establishments. As the Speaker read out the contents of the bills clause by clause and asked the House if the bills could be considered as passed, all members thumbed the desk denoting agreement, and thus the bills were passed unanimously. No one, either from the opposition or the Treasury bench, made any observation or opposed the bills. MLAs of NPF also did not oppose the bills. Rather, some of them were seen thumbing their desk to express support and consent to the bills being passed. After the 3 bills were passed, Leader of the House, Chief Minister O. Ibobi moved a government resolution to urge the Government of India to ensure that the peace accord signed between the Union Government and the NSCM-IN does not impinge on territorial integrity and administration of Manipur. While welcoming the fresh initiative of the Government of India to bring peace in the northeast region, the House further resolved to urge the Union Government to ensure that all stakeholders, especially Manipur, are brought into confidence and transparency is brought into the peace process, and no fresh discords should be brought while attempting to settle an existing one. The House still resolves to urge the Union Government to amend Article 3 of the Constitution of India by incorporating that prior consent of the state legislature of the affected states shall be mandatory while forming new states, and alteration of areas, boundaries, or names of existing states. After discussing the resolution for a while, in which many MLAs and ministers took part, the resolution was passed. Sapam Sobolchan, a Class 8 student of Nongpok Mahikol who has been undergoing fast unto death protest demanding implementation of inner line permit system at Singzamai Khetri Lekai, is being watched over by residents of the area to prevent from any unwanted incident. Expressing strong exception to the introduction and passage of the 3 bills, the 12-hour ban from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. today has affected normal traffic in the hill districts of the state. The 18-hour ban in Churachandpur district from last midnight, called by Zomi Students Federation till 6 p.m. today, has also affected normal life in the district. However, there has been no report of any untoward incident so far. Dead body of a man suspected to have been caused by electrocution was found in the Taubal River at Kaibung Wangma. The dead body has been identified as that of Muhammad Jamir Khan alias Ibungo, 24, son of Muhammad Kamarjaman, a resident of Chongtham, Nungoy.
I'm ready. Telero. Editor car late. Some say uzik pudi perfectly straight ado kankhar kandadi freezy. Relax. Perfectly straight.
Aina semi anoba sunsil perfectly straight with straight lock technology maramdi. Some kankraba matung daso align straight oina laina bagidamo.
Wow. Uzik su straight oirina.
Straight and gorgeous. Sunsilk Perfect Straight Lock W Rock W.
Now let's take a look at the news from across the world. With 5 new infant deaths reported, the toll at the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Postgraduate Institute of Pediatrics has gone up to 53 in past 11 days. The spat of death at the Child Care Centre, popularly known as Shishu Bhavan, has infuriated people, while the Odisha government is trying to check the deaths by pressing experienced doctors and other staff into service. It seems the referral health institution in Cuttack is a virtual death trap, as more than 5,900 infants have died while undergoing treatment in the last 5 years. Meanwhile, a 7-member central team led by the Additional Secretary of the Health Ministry and specialist doctors visited Shishu Bhavan to assess the situation. The Odisha state government has also formed a technical committee to probe the incident, and the report is expected next week. As per the Health Department report, as many as 3,869 infants have died in OPD, while 2,034 have died in ICU in the last 5 years, from 2010-11 to 2014-15. In the last 3 months, 407 infants have died in both OPD and ICU. Earlier, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, along with health experts, visited Shishu Bhavan to take stock of the situation. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh has asked Pakistan to shed terrorism and cross-border infiltration. Singh was addressing a gathering after laying the foundation stone of Sashastra Seema Bal Battalion headquarters and inaugurating an outpost at Jogia Bari on India-Nepal border in Maharajganj district of Uttar Pradesh yesterday. Saying that India wants good relations with its neighbors, the Home Minister clarified that talks with Pakistan could only be initiated if they stop ceasefire violations and give an assurance of not repeating it. Mr. Singh said that India will give a befitting reply to any adventurism from across the border. Pakistan has been repeatedly violating the ceasefire. India will not initiate firing on the border. If firing is provoked by the neighbors, India will not hold back and will give a befitting reply. Union Home Minister further remarked that India is capable of protecting its borders and lauded the Sashastra Seema Bal for protecting the open border with Nepal. Hundreds of people poured into a college in Karnataka today to pay tribute to renowned scholar M.M. Kalburgi, who was shot dead on the doorstep of his home on Sunday morning. Dr. Kalburgi, the former Vice-Chancellor of Hampi University, answered the doorbell at his home in Dharwad at around 8:40 a.m. when he was shot in the forehead and chest. The attackers had come on a bike, said Dharwad Police Chief Rabindra Prasad. They are yet to be caught or identified. A 6-member special investigation team of the police will investigate the murder, which has sent shockwaves through the state. Neighbors say the 77-year-old, a well-known left ideologue and rationalist, had received many threats to his life, but he had never taken them seriously. He had several run-ins with Hindu right-wing groups who opposed his writings and speeches and called them anti-Hindu. The Islamic State IS militant group has destroyed part of what's considered the most important temple at the ancient Syrian site of Palmyra, activists and witnesses say. The extent of the damage to the 2,000-year-old temple of Bel is not clear, but local residents have described being shaken by a large explosion. The reports come a week after IS blew up another temple at the ancient city. The militants seized control of Palmyra in May, sparking fears for the site. The world-famous Greco-Roman ruins are in the desert northeast of the Syrian capital, Damascus. It is total destruction. The bricks and columns are on the ground. It was an explosion the deaf would hear, a man said, adding that only the wall of the temple remains. The temple was dedicated to the Palmyrene gods and was one of the best preserved parts of the site. Before we end the headline once again, 3 bills to protect indigenous people passed unanimously in Manipur Legislative Assembly. Resolution to urge Centre to ensure that peace accord does not impinge on territorial integrity and administration of Manipur, and also to amend Article 3 of the Constitution of India passed. That's all we have for now. Thank you for watching.